Okay, let's have a talk about gimmicks. Okay, so a bit of sort of sardonicism. Cynicism isn't the correct word because really Diogenes is too busy playing Oscar the Grouch. It's a bit of a disturbing thought. An old Greek man's in Sesame Street naked with some vegetables. But anyway, don't take that literally. A very dead Greek man actually with Diogenes. Anyway, the stories that are coming out now is a muscle on the back foot, trying to that American guy that's lost $130 billion, I reckon. He's on the back foot, and he's trying to play, but he's Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, he's Mr. Nice Guy. It's Trump that's the bad guy. He's the one doing the tariffs. It's not Musk. It's Trump that's the bad guy, not Musk. Look. Okay, it's predictable marketing. It's a predictable marketing ploy. It's also a predictable marketing ploy, actually, unfortunately. That was just in the cab, and wouldn't you know it, there was a advertorial posing as a interview of a radio presenter with a Australian civilian. So this is Australian radio, and the advertorial, the little old lady was saying, but Musk isn't that bad. He's done these wonderful whiz-bang wheelchairs, and you can get them for less than $200, and they've got some great technology in them. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously? Musk didn't invent those wheelchairs. Musk didn't invent BCI. Musk didn't even invent the electric vehicle car. Okay, he's not an inventor. Okay, he's a guy that buys shares in companies. Okay, and when somebody is part of a group that has been planning to stage a coup since the 1990s, which podcasts like Nerd Reich and other groups have been investigating the Peter Thiel and Musk and David Sachs effect. There's also Jeff Bezos and a bunch to go with, but those three are apparently the Afrikaners that went to uni together in the USA. You're talking about those, Curtis Yarvin and all those, Nick Hand or something like that, their names. There's a whole bunch of them apparently. And, the tech bros. Okay, you're talking about people who went out of their way to buy shares in companies so that they could profit off them and control them. And part of what a game theory would show you things like about what potential things that you would need to cover your ass, basically. So one of the things you need to do to maximize your benefits is to cover your ass, and you cover your ass by having a sort of backup plan in your marketing scheme. So one of the things that would happen is if you were a technocratic Nazi who was hell bent on starting a fascist coup, and turning everyone into cyborgs, is that you would, first of all, you would sidle up to the military-industrial complex and the people that are making that stuff, DARPA, Neuralink, and that sort of thing. The other thing that you would do is, and by the way, this is all true. Okay, the Technocrats Party has its origins before he was born. His grandfather was part of it. His mother was part of it. That's what they're saying. He was raised that way. It wasn't just South African apartheid. It was that crap from Minnesota and Birmingham in Canada as well. Okay, so take that very fucking seriously. Okay, so the sort of fascistic tendencies of people like that is they would have to sort of find ways to ideologically differentiate in the public mind what they were. So he bought shares in Tesla because potentially environmentalism was a up and coming market. So you can make money there, and fair enough. Okay, if your business person doesn't care, that's one way to make money. You can make money from recycling without actually giving a fuck about the environment at all. Same token. The other thing as well is that with the post-demand type of selling, Mr. Musk has sold himself as a brand for those companies as well. He's made it very personal. He's made it about him. The personalization effect in marketing has been a successful business model in the 21st century. It's sort of on one level, it's made brands a lot more accessible to people as they think, CEOs are just people. He plays up on that a lot. He pretends he's just one of the bros, that he likes memes and he likes cosplay. And he's just one of those geeky guys, and that's all acting. It's not completely acting. I mean, he is a little bit geeky. There's no question about that, but he's not actually concerned about the environment. He never was. if you do game theory, which someone with a Bachelor of Economics does know, it is possible to gain skills in pretending that you care about things that you don't care about, such as environmentalism, or tariffs, or disabled people. Now, if you're actually someone who, in practice, has actively fueled fascism in your society or any other, and completely turned societies on their head, you don't get believed by other people when some bloody old person in a foreign country gets used to parrot shit about, he had shares in a company that made a wheelchair, therefore he can't possibly all that. But look, dude, okay, listen to the Australians out there. You need to hear this, and you need to hear this good, okay? Just because it's only in America, it doesn't mean they're not capable of using you. Don't listen, okay? Hitler didn't become a nicer person. Some of the Volkswagens were good for, say, the French people before he invaded. You know, maybe some of the ways Nazi Germany made some money before they invaded France was to sell them Volkswagens. What happened to the disabled people in Nazi Germany? What did they do? Poland and France. What did they do? It wasn't just the Jews they were cooking. It was gay people, gypsies, and disabled people, as well as trade unionists. Okay? You cannot believe for a single second that that man has autism, because autism would be classified as feeble-minded by the Nazis. He's a man that believes in something called naturalism, which means that you are to be subjected to whatever social class conditions and whatever else and problems based on your station of birth. That you are genetically superior if you were born into a rich family, and genetically inferior if you weren't. That man is extremely bigoted and extremely racist. He comes from bigoted and racist people. And if he has tried to not be bigoted and racist, he can't back down on it now after everything that he's done. You don't get to say that you weren't part of the Third Reich if you were one of the people that burnt the fucking Reichstag. Remember, the Nazis did a false flag operation. They burnt down their own fucking parliament and tried to blame the socialists for it. Who do you think was really behind the Tesla fucking factory bombings? It was bloody Tesla. They would have claimed the insurance money, for fuck's sake. Okay? America, you're under a scam. Australia, don't buy into it. If you are looking at all these stories and this information going back 30 plus years about these tech bro assholes and the Heritage Foundation and whatever else, and you're sitting there and you go, yeah, we're worried that's fascism in USA, blah, blah, we're glad it's America and whatever else in Australia, don't forget that what they've done in the USA, they're forcibly transported to Australia. We got forced to have casualisation of the workforce just like the USA. We got forced to have KFC and Macca's just like the USA. We got forced to have a Pine Gap fucking military facility just like the USA is known for military facilities. Okay? So don't you think for a single second that Australia is completely immune to the Yanks crap until Australia learns to be immune to it by not buying their fucking crap. And noticing the crap when it happens in the Australian community, then Australia will not be properly immune. You can't just say only in the USA. You need to have a look at what's going on in Australia as well. That woman should be fucking pulled up and told, old woman, you were mind controlled, okay? They did operant conditioning on you, tried to make you think that he was doing something for the community when he's not. The people who make those wheelchairs, they do it. He doesn't. Who he actually is a technocratic Nazi who's just staged a fascist coup in the USA, and that's a marketing gimmick to make you think that Hitler cares about disabled people. Don't buy it!